So here we begin with the next part, that is corresponding angle test. The statement of the theorem is the corresponding angle formed by a transversal of two parallel lines are of equal measure. What is given to us? The given part is angle line L is parallel to line M. Okay, and N is the transversal. This is the transversal over here. What we have to prove? We have to prove corresponding angles are congruent. Okay, means which are the corresponding angles over here? I'll just point it by a dot. This one. Okay, this and this one is an corresponding angle. These two angles are equal, that we have to prove, right? Now here we start with the proof. Now if I have to add these two, what do I get? These two if I add, what do I get? They are forming linear pair. So angle A plus angle C will be equal to 180 degree. Reason you have to write, that is angles in linear pair. Okay. Now this is the first part. This equation will consider it as equation number 1. Now the second part of it is, if I add these two angles, that is angle C plus angle B, they will be also equal to 180 degree according to the property of interior angles. Just now we have proved, right? Okay. So this is equation number 2. Fine. Now if I see equation number 1 and equation number 2, right hand side of both the equations are equal. Okay. As right hand side are equal, the left hand side will be automatically equal to one another. So here the next part, that is angle A plus angle C equal to angle B plus angle C. Now if you observe this equation, what do you get? Angle C is common at both the sides. So what will happen? It will get cancelled. So what is left with us? Angle A plus angle B is equal to angle A is equal to angle B. So here we have proved that the corresponding angles formed by the transversal of two parallel lines are of equal measure. Next, that is alternate angle theorem. Now the statement of the theorem is the alternate angles formed by the transversal of two parallel lines are of same measure. Given part is line L is parallel to line M. Okay, line L parallel to line M, and N is the transversal. What we have to prove? That alternate angles are congruent. Alternate angles means angle D and angle B are congruent. That is angle D is equal to angle B. Okay, we have to move on the same line. If you will see corresponding angle test and alternate angle test, they move on the same line. Just a twist is there. Here in corresponding angle you have to prove that they are congruent, and here alternate angles you have to prove. So here in this case, same linear pair and interior angle test, these two conditions we have to use, right? Now here the very first condition, when you will observe angle D and angle C, this part, if you add them, it will be equal to 180 degree. Why 180 degree? Because angles in linear pair. This will be equation number 1. Second part of it. Second part is angle C plus angle B. Now I'll see angle C plus angle B. Angle C plus angle B. If I add this two, it will be also equal to 180 degree. Why 180 degree? Because they are forming interior angles. So by property of interior angles, two equations we get. That is very first one, angle D plus angle C equal to 180 degree. Angle C plus angle B equal to 180 degree. Two conditions. Okay. In both the conditions, right hand side is equal. So what will happen to the left hand side? It will be equal to each other, right? So what do we get? We get angle D plus angle C is equal to angle C plus angle B. Okay, in this two, this angle C is common, so it gets cancelled. So what is left with us? Angle D is equal to angle B. So from here we conclude that alternate angles formed by the transversal of two parallel lines are of same measure. Now we move on to the exercise. Very first problem of practice set 2.1 is, in the figure, line RP is parallel to line RP is parallel to line MS, okay, and this DK is the transversal. Now angle DHP is given to us as 85 degree, and we have to find out the measure of angle RHD, angle PHG, angle HGS, and angle MGH. Which are the angles? The angles are angle RHD, right? Angle PHG, then angle HGS, and angle MGK. These angles we have to find out. Fine. So here the very first thing, whatever is given, from that we have to start. So what is given to us? Angle DHP is given to us as 85 degree. This is given part. Okay. Now I have to find out angle RHD. So what I'll be applying over here? I'll be applying which pair of congruent angles? Which pair of angles is forming over here? Not congruent. Okay. They are forming supplementary. Right. So these are angles in linear pair. If I add this two, I get the sum as equal to 180 degree. Now this angle is with me, so I can calculate this. So it will be equal to 180 minus 85. 180 minus 85 is 95. So the measure of angle RHD will be equal to 95 degree. Okay. Now RHD is with me. Now this RHD is equal to PHG. Okay, as it is equal to PHG, why it is equal? It is forming vertically opposite angles. Okay, so the measure of angle PHG will also be equal to 95 degree. Now the next one, that is angle HGS. So angle HGS I have to find out. So DHP is equal to HGS. Yes, as DHP is equal to HGS, why they are equal? They are forming corresponding angles. So corresponding angles are congruent to each other, right? So measure of angle HGS will be also equal to 85 degree. Okay, now what is left? MGK. Now HGS is equal to MGK, right? So either you can go by vertically opposite angle or you can go by alternate exterior angle. DHP is equal to MGK. Any one of the condition you can use. In both the cases, answer is going to come as equal to 85 degree. So we'll go with the alternate angles, right? So here it will be DHP is equal to MGK. Alternate exterior angles, fine. Therefore, measure of angle MGK is equal to 85 degree. I hope you all have understood the first problem. Now we move on to the next problem, that is, in the figure, line P is parallel to line Q, okay, and line L is parallel to line M, right? Or you can say line L and M are transversal. You can say not, it is given. Fine. So the measure of some of the angles are shown over there. And we have to find out measure of angle A. We have to find out measure of angle A, angle Z, angle C, and angle D. For angle Z, we have considered to calculate angle B. Okay. So here the very first one now. Now we will start with angle A. Now angle A is connected with 110. Yeah. They are forming linear pair. So I can get angle A. So what will be angle A plus 110? It will be equal to 180 degree. Angles in linear pair over here. Okay. So what will be angle A? It will be equal to 180 minus 110. So angle A will be equal to 70 degree. Fine. Now the next one is line P is parallel to line Q Q and L is the transversal. Which is the transversal? Line L is the transversal. Okay. So here this angle A will be equal to angle Z. Why it is equal? Because it is forming, what it is forming? It is forming corresponding angle. Okay. As it is forming corresponding angle, angle Z will be equal to 70, right? As angle Z is equal to 70 and angle Z is equal to angle B. Vertically opposite angle, right? So angle B, measure of angle B will be equal to measure of angle B will be equal to 70 degree. Fine. So angle A is 70 degree and angle B is 70 degree. Okay. Now the next part of it, we are going to find out angle C now. Now how, here what is given? Angle P is parallel to angle Q, and which is the transversal now? And line M is the transversal. Okay. So angle C will be equal to 115. Why 115? What is forming over here? See, F is forming over here. Ulta F, sleeping F. Okay. So the angles forming over here are corresponding angle. Corresponding angles are congruent. Therefore, measure of angle C is equal to 115 degree. Okay. Now just check on this part. They are forming linear pair. So 115 plus angle D will be equal to 180 degree. Okay. Angles in linear pair. Fine. So angle D will be equal to 180 minus 115. So what is the measure of angle D? It will be equal to 65 degree. In this way we complete question number 2. Now we move on to question number 3 now. Now in question number 3, what is given to us? The given part is the figure in which line L is parallel to line M. This is line L, this is line M. They are parallel, okay, and line N is parallel to line P, okay. And we are supposed to calculate A, D, B and C, okay. The very first thing, now here we have to consider two parallel lines and one of the line as transversal, and then we have to move on with the properties of parallel lines and their pair of angles. Okay. Now here first thing we are going to consider that line L is parallel to line M. Okay. As we considered that line L is parallel to line M, and P is the transversal. This P is the transversal. Okay. So here the two angles will be congruent to one another. Now just go on this line. Fine. Where I am moving the cursor. So they will be equal. Angle 45 is equal to angle D. Right. Means angle D is equal to angle 45. Which angle they are forming? They are forming corresponding angles. Okay. Now as angle D is 45 degree. Now as I move on, angle B, angle A. So here it is forming the linear pair, right? So angle A plus angle D will be equal to 180 degree. Angles in linear pair. So angle A plus 45 is equal to 180 degree. So angle A will be equal to 180 minus 45. So angle A is equal to 135 degree. Now what will be measure of angle B? Measure of angle B is equal to measure of angle A. Vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. So line N is parallel to line P and line M is the transversal. Now we have to shift on to the other lines which are parallel to one another. First we have considered line L is parallel to line M. Now we will see, means it is given part, line N is parallel to line P and M is the transversal. M is the transversal. So this B will be equal to C. Why it is equal? B is equal to C, or you can go with A equal to C. B equal to C when you are taking it is corresponding angle. A equal to C you are taking it is alternate angle. So we move on with an alternate angle. Okay, angle A is equal to angle C. So angle C is equal to 135 degree. So here we come with the question number 4. In question number 4, what is given to us? Given part is, in the figure, side of angle PQR and angle XYZ are parallel to each other. Okay, so they are parallel to each other, and we have to prove that angle PQR is equal to angle XYZ. Okay. Now, the sides are parallel means this XY is parallel to PQ. Okay. Similarly, YZ is parallel to QR. Okay. We will consider the very first part. That is XY. A construction is there. XY intersect QR at point M such that Y lies between X and M. Okay. And M lies between Q and R. Fine. Now here YZ is parallel to QR and XY is the transversal. Okay. So here XYZ will be equal to YMR, corresponding angles. Now XY is parallel to QP and QR is the transversal. Okay, so which two angles are equal? Angle YMR is equal to angle PQM. Okay, or I can say that angle PQM is equal to angle XYZ from 1 and 2. Okay, as this angle is equal to this angle in the first case. Second case, this particular angle is equal to, means angle PQM is equal to angle YMR. Okay, now YMR is equal to this one also and this one also, right? XYZ also and PQR also. Fine. So from 1 and 2 we come to the conclusion that PQR is equal to XYZ. In this way we have proved. So in both the cases we have used corresponding angle test property. Okay. Now we move on to the next problem, the last problem of the exercise, in which one of the measure is given and you have to find out the measure of all the respective angles, that is angle ART, angle CTQ, angle DTQ, angle PRB. Okay. Now here the very first one we are going to find out angle ART. So angle ART plus angle RBT is equal to 180 degree. Angles in linear pair. So angle ART plus 105 is equal to 180 degree. So angle ART is equal to 180 minus 105. So angle ART is equal to 75 degree. And the second part of it, line AB is parallel to CD and PQ is the transversal. Fine. So angle CTQ is equal to angle ART. Fine. So as it is equal, so angle CTQ will also be equal to 75 degree. Now we move on to the next part of it, that is angle DTQ. Angle DTQ and angle RBT are equal corresponding angle, or you can move with angle CTQ is equal to angle DTQ. Okay, equal to 180 degree. So 75 plus angle DTQ equal to 180 degree. So DTQ will be equal to what? It will be equal to 180 minus 75, that is equal to 105. So angle DTQ is equal to 105. Now only PRB is left. So for PRB, you can go with the linear pair. So angle PRB plus angle BRT equal to 180 degree, angles in linear pair. So angle PRB plus 105 equal to 180 degree. So angle PRB is equal to 180 minus 105. So that is equal to 75 degree. In this way, we have completed exercise 2.1. I hope you all have understood. Please complete the exercise in your notebook. Thank you.